Hey everybody, happy spring. I am so excited to be exploring cleansing with you as we move into the spring season. I've also been really enjoying Sacred Mountain recently with the equinox and the full moon. So if you're watching, feel free to take your favorite oil, take a few breaths, and just be open to listening and seeing what really resonates with you. Because today I'm going to be talking about 2 different cleanses that are simple and easy for you to do. I know that we've been exploring a lot as far as all the different things that you could cleanse from toxins in your environment to EMFs, from stressful environments and people. But guess where it all starts? The colon. So I posted a little photograph of a graph of what your poo looks like. And I know this isn't something that we talk about very often, but it's a very good indicator of what's going on in your digestive system. And our digestive system is going to determine what nutrients we're absorbing from this good organic food that we're eating. We always want to work with eating really healthy food, but what's the point if we're not digesting it? So as we digest, as we assimilate, as we absorb, you're going to see the health of what's going on there and what's happening when you're going to the bathroom. Before you start any cleanse, I really recommend being sure that you're going at least twice a day. Because if you're not, and your body is going to be releasing toxins and they're not moving, you're going to be reabsorbing them and feeling pretty terrible. So be sure you're drinking enough water, be sure you're going twice a day, and Sue talked a lot about diet. Before you even start one of these cleanses, you just might want to start with 30 days of, eliminating or reducing processed food, whether it's dairy, wheat, sugars, and supporting your body with digest, whether it's topically, whether you want to take vitality oil capsules. I love what Lindsay Elmore says about taking any oils internally. So when you start taking capsules, yes, your friend might be taking 5 drops of digest 3 times a day, but if you're brand new to taking oils internally, why don't you start with 2 drops, maybe even once a day, and slowly build yourself up to a few times a day and then increase the amount of drops. Everybody is different. Listen to your body, use common sense, go start low and go slow. Just using Digest and Ninja Red for a month and doing 4 to 6 ounces a day of the Ninja Red is going to really start getting your body ready for these cleanses. And then if you're going to try both of these cleanses, you might want to start with the 5-day cleanse first. Not just because it's my favorite cleanse. I like to start with the 5-day cleanse. Personally, my experience has been feeling so energized afterwards. The cravings that I may have been having for sugar or processed foods, nullified. And so it's a great way to even start a deeper diet change and then go into the cleansing trio and go a little deeper into working with the health and supporting what's going on in your colon and your digestive system. So first, let's go over the 5-day cleanse. It's really simple. It's also, for someone like me, just a really nice way to not even think about what I have to, eat because I'm not much of a cook. So, having this for each of my meals for 5 days, it's a treat. You're going to do a shake 3 times a day. 2 scoops of the shake, and I usually like to add my Ninja Red to the shake. You are going to do 4 to 6 ounces of Ninja Red with each one of your shakes. So you're going to be going through 2 of these big bottles over the course of the 5 days. So I know that Sue talked about how powerful Ninja Red is, especially for supporting the liver and the detoxification process. You are going to feel amazing drinking 2 bottles of this for 5 days. I also like to sometimes add a little orange oil, either topically or to my Ninja Red, just because the orange oil supports the glutathione levels even more. Any of the citrus oils do, but especially the orange. And I like to imagine glutathione, you know, like Pac-Man's eating free radicals. So 3 times a day, really easy. If you're not using a blender, I definitely recommend using the shakers that have the little metal things in it. It definitely makes the consistency different, which improves the taste, in my opinion, very much so. And you want to also be sure that 30 to 60 minutes before you do your shake, you do the digesting cleanse. Do not try doing the 5-day cleanse without the digesting cleanse. It's not going to support the detoxification process and bowel movement enough, and you might feel like headachy or grouchy because you're reabsorbing those toxins. When you're taking one of these soft gels before each one of the shakes, make sure you're also drinking enough water, and that way you won't have any kind of like burping like Fruit Loops. So I will also post the little PDF of the 5-day cleanse brochure. That will also give you some snack options. Personally, I don't usually need the snacks. Some of my friends need all the snacks. You don't want to be hungry, but sometimes I'm feeling so nourished and so satisfied because the amount of vitamins, minerals, nutrients in here, that's what makes it a nutritive cleanse. I was always used to cleanses being depleting, and I was hungry and I was tired. And this is not that kind of cleanse. It's a 5-day nutritive cleanse. You are getting so many nutrients that you're not going to be craving, you know, the sugars and the carbs and the processed foods that you might have been otherwise. That said, if you're used to eating a lot of sugars and carbs and processed foods, you might feel a little not great day 1 or 2 because you're detoxing and you're going through withdrawal, because sugar is absolutely addictive. And by the end of this cleanse, for me personally, there could be like a fondue fountain of dark chocolate over all of my favorite little, I don't know, tiny cakes and candies that I may have loved. And I don't even want it. I'm like, oh yeah, I don't want that. So this is also a great way for me to transition if I know that I kind of gotten out of balance with the amount of processed foods or inflammatory foods that, you know, once in a while go through a little ebbs and flow with. This is a great way for me personally to get back on track again. And then once you're back on track, once you're feeling and your bowels are at least twice a day, then you could work with the Cleansing Trio. The Cleansing Trio is the Comfort Tone, ICP, which we like to call Icy Poop, and Essential Zymes 4. I like to sometimes add the Comfort Tone to the 5-day cleanse if I find I'm not going to the bathroom enough. Because again, if you're not going at least twice a day, you're not releasing the toxins, you're reabsorbing them. That's when you feel junky or get a headache or something like that. You also don't want to start ICP unless you're going twice a day. Comfort Tone is different for everyone. Me personally, I'm good with 1, but some of my friends need, 1 in the morning and 2 at night. If I took that many, I would not be leaving the house the next day. That said, everybody's body is different, and also be patient. Take 1 or 2 and wait. Don't be like, oh, it's not working, and then take a whole bunch more. Just get to know your body, work on increasing or decreasing the amount of Comfort Tone that you take. You might play with taking it morning versus night, because taking too many can absolutely lead to watery stool. But if you're feeling like you're not going enough, this gets things moving. Once things are moving, taking ICP, and again, starting low and going slow is key. It's all this good fiber. It's going to help bulk up your stool. And also, I like to imagine it getting in there like and scrubbing out your colon. And you might really want to make a commitment to doing this cleansing trio, because it's like layers of an onion. Literally, you want to really start working with your colon over time so you get to release the mucus that's stored up in your colon. And that could take different amounts of time for everyone. So when you start the cleansing trio, don't think of it like something you're going to do for a week or even a month. I invite you to start with 3 months and then go from there, because you might start feeling more energy, and right off the bat that it's going to encourage you to do more. Because if we're moving things, we're absorbing things more, we're not holding on to toxins, we're not reabsorbing them, you might notice that you might be feeling more physical energy, you might be clearer in your head, your joints might feel better. My background is in yoga, and we were always taught to meditate after we moved our bowels first thing in the morning, because it was easier to concentrate. Think about how that could serve you through everything you're doing in your day, to have a clearer mind, more energy, even more enthusiasm. It all starts in the colon. And then to really help support your digestive system as a whole, and strengthen your digestive system, you are going to use the Essential Zyme 4s with your biggest meal of the day. So if you've never done the Essential Zymes before, they come in little packets, and if you can see, this one's a little bit more orange and this one's a little bit more white. You're going to take those two together. In fact, you could easily just fold this and tear it so you could take it with you to dinner, in your back pocket, and that way you could take it with your biggest meal of the day. And doing this every day with your biggest meal is going to let you start absorbing those, giving your body the support to absorb all that wonderful food that you're eating, to help with assimilation and energy, and to help with the whole digestive process from beginning to end. And this helps you digest everything, even all the different proteins. So the Essential Zymes 4 is wonderful just to add to your diet, but combining it with the Comfort Tone and the ICP, and using the Comfort Tone and the ICP, and it's really almost like a balancing act with your own body. ICP is going to bulk things up. Comfort Tone is going to help things move. Everybody has their own little balance. It's a nice way to listen to your body. It's a nice way of noticing what's going on every day, and just a very good support. So are you ready? Are you ready to have like the best spring yet, and to slough off what's left of winter and move into summer and excitement and all the plans that you have, and having your whole digestive system being really strong as you move into fall and the winter months, going in with a whole new microbiome, which is really important for your immune system. And we talk a lot about that. We talked a lot about that with our immune system quarterly event, how important the microbiome is. So I'm really excited to hear your personal experiences with Comfort Tone and ICP, with the 5-day cleanse, any tips or tricks and what you found. And let's really encourage each other as we move through this. Share, open up conversation, maybe start talking about things you don't usually talk about. So if you're watching the recording, go ahead and comment below with any questions or comments. And if you're here with us live, I'm going to turn off this recording so I can answer your live questions. Happy spring, everybody. I'm really excited.